Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of Wheelin' Wednesday, and the dominator of Wheelin' Wednesday for, I'm pretty sure, the remainder of 2024. The question in everyone's mind, the question in no less than two people's minds, will Crawlympics end in 2024, or will Crawlympics 2024 spill into 2025? Well, we take it real leisurely here, one day a week. That's all you get. So here we are, the sixth installment. This is stage 2 at deadline, the sixth installment, and brought to you what I have to presume to be an absolute murderer's row, brought to you by the fickleness of Mavericks, because Mavericks ain't for everybody. That both means the competitors, the people watching it, everybody. Daphne, Lil Yella, X-Mullet, aka the Corsair, and that bitch, Zarana. It says it on her hood. I'm just telling what it is. The mistress of flex over there on the end. We have got a little bit of everything. A dig box, a G2 adventure fitted TRX4 Sport with a 2-speed. We've got a Vanquish mullet, F10 front, F10 portal rear. We've got a fully blinged out metal everywhere titanium Dravtex Fusion Pro with an incredibly expensive, cobbled together by bits and pieces CJ7 from Axial, fitted atop a Zoku Phoenix. There's a little bit of everything, and here's what we've got: portals, SSD Diamond Pros, half portals, and then full aluminum Vanquish portals, a VFD twin, a standard VFD, a dig box, a TRX4 box. It goes Groundhog 2, Tusk, Rupture, almost said megalithic, Rupture, Tusk again. Those are LP Tusks on Lil Yella and the regular 1.9s on Zarana. There's well and truly a little bit of everything. This is, as was said, possibly a murderer's row. This is a group that, if we have a chance of a week where 4 rigs all go 29, I feel like this is the week. If memory serves, next week has Vanimal in it, so maybe not. But this week, it's all to play for. We're looking at about, if memory serves, we're looking at about a 40% full pull rate, and I feel like this is the group that has the chance to upset that percentage, because I don't foresee any of the, I mean, honestly, breakages are a thing, but I don't really see any of these 4 not making it through this today. This might be a properly quick, this might be the shortest Wheelin' Wednesday Crawlympics 2024 installment yet, because this is the crew. We'll see if the universe intervenes and renders me hubristic, but I mean, we have real Dravtex out there, people, not just the fake ones, real ones. It is final note, just trying to fill a little time here in the intro. We've got Canyon Customs in Daphne. We've got Brorb up in Lil Yella. We've got Skoric Kling in the mullet in the Corsair, and we've got, I want to say, Squids in Zarana. There's no messing around. No messing around. Performance optimization. I could try to list off the servos that are in there, but I can only remember the RS700 that's in Zarana. That's all you get. Something huge and black is landing on Yella, and that. I'm going to see you. You can actually see it right over about there. In case I neglected to mention, which I oft do, as per usual, the default is alphabetical order: Daphne, Lil Yella, and he is the Corsair, But he is still the X-Mullet, sort of. He is a man of potentially too many names. So we're just going in that order. He should technically be first, but his controller still says X-Mullet, so we're sticking to X-Mullet. Daphne is a TRX4 Sport, but she is fitted with a great many things. Got an old AG Innovations Ninja speed control running her in there. Of course, Groundhog 2s. Her custom hewn shocks. She is not quiet. She is fitted with a 2-speed. We are not going to need a 2-speed on the day. And I will continue to call her a TRX4 Sport pretty much forever because she has these Amazon rails called Morlordi, which don't change the geometry, still runs towers. They're basically just replacements for the giant Traxxas C channels. And they are a recommendation that I make. If you don't intend on LCGing or otherwise hyper-modifying your TRX4, look no further than the Morlordi because they drop something like half a pound. Despite her, let's not say heft. Heft seems like an inappropriate term. Daphne runs some of the lightest springing of anybody in the fleet. I don't know where I got out. I don't feel like I was too far down there. Right? Was my mouth half full of the phrase lightest springing when the top end cut loose and she rolled out? That was not catchable. Ooh, that's a push. That's a push. Start in. Ooh, that's a push. Okay, the trio is again proving complex. There we go. Quite a bit of push right there. I feel like the inserts are sliding on the rim. Little bit more throttle was required. Oh, whoa, okay. She managed to take a proper slip angle enhanced approach through there. There is a Bauhaus LCG skid on there, which I want to say raises the belly something like 3 millimeters. Let me tell you something. That's a huge 3 millimeters because her belly does not bind in moments where other TRX4 bellies will. She is one of those of the crew that is portaled but doesn't particularly behave like it. I don't know if that's the G2 Wilderness, which once again, she has the full axles and not just the knuckles. The knuckles are something I recommend to anyone. If you were to make 2 modifications, and that is in terms of changing parts on your TRX4, I would say those carbon rails and G2 knuckles, because they improve the clearance on the front end so radically. The full axles are nice, but I don't think that they are required. I've come to the conclusion, I'm starting to feel like the G2 knuckles are required for a TRX4. The approach is so much better. Right through there. We're going to come down this side. Yeah, she does not throw the rear end around. That tumble is unfortunate. I'm trying to think back. Was it Wolverine that had that little tumble that did not see it coming, no opportunity to catch it? This is bad. This is bad right here. This is bad. Now, there is the potential, there is that risk. Like, okay, I can see her bed is pretty much stuck underneath there. We got too tight up to the fence. We're joining the Two Falls Club. All right, so that fall was nothing but getting too far to one side, and once the links dropped down, so she was coming here across the top, and instead of hugging against that pole as tight as we can, don't get into the same spot again. That was the difference. The difference was a small application of throttle that didn't happen at the right time. Sometimes being first out, somebody who tracks statistics is going to have to point out, are the guys that go 29.2, so they go the full pull but 2 falls, are they the rigs that have to run first? So I guess what you would call a very different approach to a similar problem. Yella, LP tusks, 2.2s, not a lot of wheel time in his current configuration. So hopefully we, that's a hole. That's a hole. That's a hole. Yeah, 2.2 LPs will get you out of a lot of trouble that you get yourself into. Yeah. Okay. We are gonna have to. Oh, that's not a spot for dig. That's a spot to really bounce nose. Okay. Some pirate ship noises. We've been bereft of pirate ship noises a little bit as of recent. Oh no. Oh no. Get over. Use that element steering angle. This is a portal moment here, and we don't have portals, so we gotta come through in a way not as pretty. Okay, there we go. Oh, I wish that tire had enough to pull through on a dig. And then I remind myself, you can use reverse. It is absolutely allowed. Okay. Don't roll out here. I want to see more forward. Perfect dig spot there. Get that servo clear. There we go. Should have enough tire clearance. A 2.2 LP on a straight axle up next to a portal on like 4.65s. Very similar. Very similar in terms of clearance. Okay, we'll see. So Daphne had a lot of front end push right here. I feel like 3D printed on tusks is not going to push as much. As long as that front end stays cooperative. There we go. She did astonishingly well on the exit through here. Is he going to have the little reverto movement? We get it through. I think that's just a byproduct of time. We're starting to run this a bit. We're also noticing things like where that little wispy tree is in the middle. We got to add something. Post Crawlympics, we're gonna add a little bit of something there. Yella might be the noisiest guy on the day. We might get the most noises out of him. Yeah, when I get him into that attitude, like right there, I'm not gonna go all the way to saying that he doesn't feel like he's gonna have any problem. But I haven't felt anything really iffy. Come through here. There's, if we look at where the falls are of people who are, of rigs that are competent enough to do this, the falls tend to come in similar locales. We haven't had, I think there's a lot of little, if we broke deadline all the way down into subsections, I would say that there haven't been disasters in certain places, and as I say that, we get stuck in a spot that I don't recall having been stuck before. Ooh, up on the net is real risky. Okay. Now let's try not to have happen to him what happened to Daphne. We should break straight over, same spot. He's not overly wide, so this shouldn't be a problem across here. We want to cut towards the curb block here. There. Dig would have saved it if it had started to get too out of shape. Get that front axle off. There we go. Now, I think because of his tire height, I think we can get right into this spot and scrape that rear axle through, no problem. So Yella showing what Yella is good at. Through the chains, down to the end. And really fairly drama-free. Like there was a couple little tiny short moments where a tire lifted. So I feel like this is a situation where Mullet might serve as an advantage. Because it's going to keep us low, but it's going to pull the rear end through. And if anything, so far, yeah, it's absolutely doing that. Does it hurt to be on ruptures with inserts made specifically for ruptures? No, I don't think that hurts. We have to get that VFD through there. There we go. Did I mention in the intro that it's all-out runner day? I know that I believe I said Zarana has a fusion. Her intended build was with a fusion. I believe she started with a fusion, and then we went stubby BTA, and most... Is it everybody? Is everybody today fitted with a... No, they're not. I was going to say, is everybody fitted with a Rhino S20? Yella has a Team Brood. Yeah, there's something about the mullet where you give it that extra gumption. Oh, catch of the day. That was really lifted. Come on, dude. There it is. There it is. Yeah. When you get into that lift, you can get out of that lift. Woo! Oh no! And once again, I don't know what that was. Did I let go of the wheel? It was behind a tree. I couldn't really see him. So now we've got a 29.2, a 29.0, and we're at the moment sitting on a 29.1. We're trying to get a little bit of everything. Oh, really, really pushing the front end there. There we go. Oh. Okay. Mullet has been a little bit... He's had some pucker moments here. Like when he gets into his element, high speed attack here. Okay, so Yella had a problem here. He does not. Just walking the top line. Oh, has it been mentioned? I'm going to mention it now. If we have to go to any sort of a tie-break format where we run the top guys, they have to go through the bulls. They can't skirt the bulls. We're going to have to go straight through the bulls. We're going to basically set it to a gate format where there's a high line, low line, no actual gates. But they're all taking the high line through here. No, you're going to have to take the low line. The low line is significantly more difficult. In a humanistic fashion, we will find the easiest route. Again, I feel like we've gotten the quick save on this guy like 4 or 5 times. There we go. Now, Mullet should pull across here. We need to reverse it a little. This is where Daphne got really bound. Not a problem with him because the transfer, it won't transfer. The straight axle in the front just keeps that front end down right up until it doesn't. And there we go. So at 29-1, we've seen 3 outcomes. Zarana will be the tiebreaker or the decider. What is the 4th outcome? Closing out the group, not quite the very end of the Canyon alphabet. We have an unusual number of Z-named rigs, but Zarana is definitely out towards the end of the naming group. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Here you go. The body is not that heavy. Relative to a RC 4-wheel drive Scottsdale. Compared to everybody that's gone before her, we're getting some slipper action there. I could say with some confidence that all 3 of the bodies that ran before this one weigh less than she does. Combined. You put a stance, a gozer, and a creep cab, and they weigh less than this. Oh, man. Look at how good she is at doing this. Don't. Okay. Oh. I mean, look, like the wheels are reaching down and grabbing earth. 2 falls in the first, 6 meters? Oh, no. Oh, no. That is her appearance is sickness, though. I had to use dig right there. It really wanted to transfer that weight out. Those ultimate sacrifices for vanity. She looks so good, but oh, this is very iffy. I don't think that's possible. Okay, I'm gonna try. We're going for it. We're going for it. She's got the most flex. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to think of the rigs that have run previously. Can anybody do that opposite side right there? You need so much breakover through there. Okay, not too fast. Not too fast. Because she has a tendency to snap out. Oh, man. Like, there are no moments where she feels bound up. Oh, that's so scary. Look at that thing. Oh. My God. Anybody other than this one, she would be lethal. Well, not a Scottsdale, you know. Anybody lighter than this one, let's say. But man, I love them all. I can't choose a favorite amongst my children, though I tend to steer towards Daphne because for sentimental reasons. But my God, in terms of looking so good when doing what you're doing, it is a tough battle if you want to go up against Zarana. If Zarana is your favorite, you've got reasons. She could go straight through the middle of the bowls. Like her approach is so good. Her departure is so good. Failures here are almost exclusively driver error, and I will use every excuse in the book to justify that, because I have, in the span of about 25-ish minutes, driven 4 rigs that are... You see what's happening here, right? Her cage is literally stuck. She's got this, man. There it is. Little front pull. Oh my God. She's really good at this, man. This ain't me. Okay. I don't think she's going to have the problem there. Yeah, there we go. Oh no. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. The suspension is very soft. Would I make adjustments? I don't know. Probably not. Has anybody else done a 28? Because she's right on the 28 mark. I brought this on all of us. I brought this on myself. I brought this on all of us because I said everybody is failing in the same spots. And Zarana was like, well, I'll show you. So as per usual, and before we continue that thought, allow me to tell editor guy, hey, remember to put the cards in this week. Don't just make them and not put them in. Because Daphne, 29, 2 falls. Yella, 29, no falls. The Corsair, 29, 1 fall. And Zarana, certainly, if you're doing the anti-bingo, 28, 3 falls is, I will say, is not a number that's going to occur again. She fell twice in the first 6 meters, then went right through, not without some gasps, and got fully turtled on her very flat CJ7 roof at the 28 meter mark, right above the paint of the 28 meter mark. 28 is almost certainly going to get you through. I can never remember how to do the math. If we run 44, how many do we have to run? It'd be 33. So the 34th rig will know he's competing to be in it, because we'll start to know who is eliminated. I figure, like, what, Junkbot went sub 6 meters. Didn't we have somebody go 4 meters? They're not going to make it. I think 28.3 is probably pretty assuredly through. And I think all of the rest, I had said 29 is a guarantee, and I still don't think and or know. Well, now I don't know, because we were sitting at 40% on full pulls. If we get 50% at full pulls, no, 28 will still make it. Zarana, all 4 of these are through to round 3, unless something miraculous happens and eliminates Zarana, and I don't think that's going to happen. All I can do is blame it on the things that I usually blame it on, which is going from driving one to the other, to the other, to the other. And the only things I can talk about that are semi-objective is that the differences in feel of running them. Yella, again, if someone were to ask, what is the tire that is most successful and what is the axle that is most successful? If we were talking about the entirety of stage 1, all the vehicles that ran in stage 1, and we're talking about us here right at about the halfway point of stage 2, it's Diamond Pros and Tusks. That's what makes it. And which means straight axles are generally overall more successful than portals. Today, the only rig that went 29 with no falls was the one on straight axles. And the one that had 1 fall was the one that's on half straight axles. And the portals fell twice, and the final run of all portals fell 3 times. So much as it looks like it, I guess Deadline is really not altogether that friendly to portals. I would love to be able to pop in this moment and tell you who runs next week, but I can't actively remember. That's why I wrote them down. These 4 are I think Zaymot is one of them next week. It might be Zaymot and Vanimal with 2 others that I can't remember. So don't quote me on that. So I thank you, the rigs thank you, the course thanks you. The camera person is sitting over here on like TikTok or something. You can't keep their attention for more than like 25 minutes. They're shaking their head in such a fashion as to indicate that no, I cannot keep their attention for more than 25 minutes. But we're done with this. We'll do something else. We'll see you again here for another Wheelin' Wednesday and another installment of Crawlympics. If on your bingo card you had Zarana falls at 28, that's crazy. We're definitely using different cards. I'm hoping that so 29-2, 29-0, 29-1, 28-3. Okay. I try to remember this because the edit takes place like at some point in the not too distant future, and I'll forget who went where. So thanks everybody. Look forward to seeing you next time. In between now and then, please, one and all, do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here in the canyon with whatever that is. And, yeah, I just put my hat back on dramatically, knowing that you can't see me.